Now we will see the biofertilizers. Biofertilizers, when fertilizers are prepared from living organism, say for example from plants, from any microorganisms, they are called biofertilizers. There are several names given to biofertilizers. Microbial culture, number one. Microbial cultures, bacterial, inoculants, bacterial fertilizers, microbial inoculants, etc. So there are many names given to the biofertilizers. Biofertilizers are defined as preparations containing living cells or latent cells of the efficient strains of microorganisms that help crop plants uptake of nutrients by their interact in the rhizosphere when applied through seed or soil. That is the definition for biofertilizer. But in general, they help biological nitrogen fixation for the benefits of the plants. What are the organisms which are involved in the nitrogen fixation in order to enrich the soil fertility, in order to help the plants to grow healthily? They are called biofertilizers. They increase soil fertility for health growth of the plants, and they are biofertilizers. They are biological organisms. They convert atmospheric nitrogen into nitrate. We have studied that atmospheric nitrogen contains 78% of nitrogen in the atmosphere. That is in the insoluble form. Plants cannot directly get the atmospheric nitrogen directly. That should be converted into ammonium substances or any other nitrogen containing substances. Then only the plants will absorb those nitrogen containing substances like nitrite and nitrate. There are some advantages given for biofertilizers. Advantages of biofertilizers. The first advantage, they fix atmospheric nitrogen into nitrate. Nitrogen fixation. Fixation of nitrogen. They solubilizing phosphate and decomposing cellulose. Three properties consider as the first point. First one, they fix atmospheric nitrogen, solubilizing phosphates, and digesting cellulose. So these are all the three property of the biofertilizers. Not only that, they improve the soil fertility by nitrogen fixation. Plant growth takes place only in the biological activity of the microorganism, beneficial microorganism in the soil. So this will improve the soil fertility. So that many biologically advantageous, useful organism will live in the soil. So healthy environment will be stimulated in the soil by these biofertilizers to leave beneficial microorganism in the soil. They are eco-friendly organic micro input. Eco-friendly eco-friendly organic micro inputs, then it is very less cost, more efficient than chemical fertilizer. Less cost and more efficient than chemical fertilizers. A number of chemical fertilizers are available in the shops. They are available in the market, but they will pollute the soil, they will infect the plants, they will damage the crop plants, and also the people who are working in the agriculture will be affected. And that is not eco-friendly. But this biofertilizer is eco-friendly. It gives many benefits to the soil, to the water, to the air, to the people living just around the agriculture. So that is the classification of biofertilizers given in the page number 188, and diagram given, figure given 9.3, and page number 188 biofertilizers classification is given. That is there. The details about some of the biofertilizers is now. One is rhizobium, very famous biofertilizer. One is rhizobium. Second one is azolla. Third one is arbuscular mycorrhizae. The biofertilizers are mainly classified into three types: rhizobium, azolla, arbuscular mycorrhizae. First, we will see rhizobium. Rhizobium biofertilizer. The biofertilizers which contain rhizobium is a rhizobium biofertilizer. The rhizobium is a bacterium. It is a bacterium that convert atmospheric nitrogen into nitrate, that inhabited in the root nodules of legume plants. In the root nodules of legume plants, pulses yielding plants. In the roots of legume plants, that is the pulses yielding plants, or the pulses producing plants, the root system contain a number of nodules, root nodules. Inside the root nodules, rhizobium bacterium is living. Rhizobium bacterium efficiently convert atmospheric nitrogen into nitrate. These rhizobium is the best suited for the paddy field, increase the yield by 15 to 40%. That will increase 15 to 40% of the yield in rice field if you add rhizobium biofertilizers. That is the rhizobium biofertilizer. Rhizobium mainly living in the root nodules of legume plants. and that will convert atmospheric nitrogen into nitrate. The next one is rhizobium. That's about rhizobium. Second one is azolla. Azolla also a biofertilizer. Azolla is a minute. It is a small, very small pteridophytic form. Small pteridophytic form. Small pteridophytic form. In the leaves of azolla, there is a blue-green algae is living. Blue-green algae. The name of the blue-green algae is Anabaena azollae. Anabaena azollae is a blue-green algae, cyanobacteria. That convert atmospheric nitrogen into nitrate. This azolla can increase the yield in the rice plant from 42 to 60%. 42 to 60% yield will be increased more in the rice field if you add azolla biofertilizer. And that is the azolla. Azolla also increase the yield of rice crop, quick decomposition in the soil. So that is about azolla. Now we will pass on to the third one, mycorrhizae. Mycorrhiza, arbuscular mycorrhiza. Mycorrhiza means when the fungal mycelium is found associated with the roots of higher plants, that combined structure is called mycorrhizae. It is a symbiotic association between the roots of higher plants with the mycelium of fungi, Phycomycetes fungi. The mycelium of the Phycomycetes having connection with the roots of higher plants. That combined structure is called mycorrhizae. Say for example, in the case of pinus, mycorrhiza is there. The roots of pinus is completely surrounded with sheathing mycelium of fungus. These fungi, mycelium of the fungi, ability to dissolve the phosphates. Not only that, the mycorrhizae will increase water absorption, which will enhance the water absorption in the root of higher plants. That is the functions of this mycorrhizae. The mycorrhiza provides necessary growth to resist disease, germs, and unfavorable water conditions. So that is the third one, resist any disease. Resist the disease and give strength to plants in order to resist any kinds of disease, germs, and this will prevent the unfavorable conditions. This will prevent, and this will protect the plant from unfavorable condition, and in such a way that will prevent the unfavorable situation. So that is the mycorrhizae. There are 3 points you can write in the mycorrhizae as a function. One, the mycorrhizae is ability to dissolve phosphate, number one. And number two, it resists, number one. Number two, resist disease. It protects the plants from the disease. Third one, used to absorb water. It enhances water absorption in the plants. Say for example, the case of pinus, fungal mycelium is found associated with the roots of pinus in order to enhance the water absorption, because the root hair is poorly developed in pinus, so that the roots of pinus is unable to absorb more amount of water, enough water to the plants. So that is the difficulty of absorbing water in pinus plant. So that is about mycorrhizae. So 3 types of bio fertilizers we have seen so far. Number 1, rhizobium biofertilizer. Number 2, Azolla biofertilizer. And number 3, arbuscular mycorrhizae. That is about a brief account about biofertilizer.